All right, everybody. Welcome to the March 19th Leadership. I hate calling it a meeting, but that's really what it is. Meeting of the Onward Tribe. This is being recorded, but this YouTube video will not be listed. So anything that we share in our leader meetings, I will share it on our Team Onward group. I will share it in emails to our team, but all our leader calls are unless you give somebody the link. If you were to give somebody the link who's not on our team, they could see it then, but they can't just go to my YouTube channel and find this. It's just, I gotta have something just for me, okay? Everybody else get to see something else, so I gotta have something for me. Okay, so the first part of this, what we're gonna do, I announced this on the new rep call, but I'm gonna announce it to you all here. So if you're hearing this and you're watching the recording, I know Linda Staggers couldn't be on. I'm not sure if Becky Kane's going to be on. Few leaders I knew could not be on the leader call tonight. Just like I made the decision to do new rep training every Monday night for 2018, I made a move this past week to, again, help leaders out. I don't know how long I'll do this, but I feel like once I get you guys making money, a lot of money, we'll have to do this. But right now, I feel like this way you can know what information is going to representatives. So anybody in my first through fifth gen leaders, I mean, we have some people who are not actually in leadership yet, but they wanted to be on here to hear more about what we talked about, building the team, blah, blah, blah. That's another thing I'm starting. I'll go back to the other thing. Leadership calls will now be open to everybody on our team in case you've got somebody who remotely may be interested or wants to hear about what we're talking about, okay? So let's keep that in mind. But if you've got somebody who's on the borderline, look, our team is a tribe. It's close to, we're getting back up towards 800 again for our team. And I love our team, but I love our leaders because you all are the heart of what we do, and you inspire your teams. So I keep thinking, what can I do to help my leaders out more? What can I do more to help them grow? What can I do until I get them making so much money they could never walk away because they wouldn't be able to do without the money, which is always a good thing. Hi, Tina. Thanks for joining us. Make sure your phone goes on mute, please. Thank you, dear. Don't you look lovely today in red? I like that. So the deal is, just like with everything else, what am I doing? Well, leader calls, maybe we'll eventually go to just leaders on our call. But right now, I feel like in order to inspire some people who think that they can't, that they need to realize they can start just like we did, not really knowing what we was doing, but we kind of got into it and we just jumped in and we learn as we go. That has been my whole career. It's been the best thing about this thing. Just make a mistake and show your people how not to make it. And then they make the mistake 2 or 3 more times than you did. It makes me feel better, and then you learn from it and you move on. So it's all good in the end. So we're going to do that. So, and that's going to start next month. That was just kind of one of those moments when people said, oh, I'd kind of like to be on the leader call. I thought, okay, I was thinking you wouldn't want to, but okay, it's cool. Let's see what we can do with this. But the other big decision that I made over the weekend was, I normally, for my first gen, I have a welcome packet that goes out to my first gen, and then I normally send welcome letters to 2nd through 5th. Anybody who is starting in campaign 8 and on is going to get a welcome packet from me. Let me see here. We are sharing. Where are we sharing here? I didn't share this. Who's sharing this? Sharon, you're sharing your screen, girl. Yay, Sharon, you know how to share the screen. That's awesome. I was like, I wasn't touching my pewter. What's going on here? Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. Now you know how to share. It's a great thing. So what I figured was this. Postage isn't cheap. We all know that. I think that everybody is glad. You should be sending something to all your people. I'm a firm believer in that, even if it's a welcome letter, something, emails, texts, whatever. I cover a lot of bases, and I'm going to be doing this for everybody first through fifth generation, because righteously starting in campaign 9, that's all I can see without manipulating the system. I'm going to share with you tonight for these first 20 minutes or so exactly what I'm sharing. So if you're like, you can double the work, I'm not going to yell at you if you do, but they're getting this by mail, they're getting it by email, and they're getting texts through my Shuffle app that connects them to both our Michael, he's on the same call I'm on, so they can hear. It's okay. It's okay. He's on the same call. It's all good. So the Shuffle app, I am sending them. That says, I think all of you have seen it. I think I've sent it to you. But what it is a welcome to the team. The introduction says, welcome to Avon and our team. And then it's some things to help you. What that does is, first, if you go to my YouTube videos, you see a welcome video that says, hey, if you're watching this, it's because you just joined our team or you just found my YouTube. I'm here to help you, blah, blah, blah. But then it connects them to Team Onward. It connects them to the Onward No Matter What group, so that they feel like right away, and it shows me when they open it, when they look at it. If they hit that thing, I'm like, yeah, they open it. They can never say they didn't know nothing because I watched them open it. It's like such a telling thing. So they're getting a text from me with information to say, hey, come be part of the tribe in this area. They're getting an email with the information I'm going to show you, but to top it off for everybody, I don't open my emails. I really don't do text. Everybody gets snail mail. If they choose to open it, it's on them. But they're getting a packet in this big envelope right here that is sending them everything they could possibly need to get started and get started right, unless they don't read. If they don't read, I'm sure they got somebody who can read it to them. But regardless, they're getting this. So I'm hoping, one, this is going to take some hassle off you. It's going to take some money off of you, which is good. But you can at least feel like they have a solid base before they ever start. It's not just where do you find it on Avon. It's here's the papers in front of me. And let's show you some of the things here. I've been working on, my gosh, I got 15 more to go. I'm not complaining. Y'all working hard, okay? I'm not complaining, but I just did 37 over the weekend, okay? I got 15 more to go. I love y'all. And every time I go to complain, Lee goes, No. They building their team. I'm like, okay, you're right. They building. Keep going. It's all good. So we're celebrating it. But I am going to show you what we're doing here. Let me see if I can get to this. Okay. So first thing, well, I guess it would be good if I decided what I was going to share with you. Okay. So let's start with the welcome packet that gets mailed to them. Let's see. Why isn't that sharing it? Hold on, guys. I'm trying to locate this. Why isn't it sharing this? Da, 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 da. It's not sharing it. Where is it at? Nope, it's not doing it. Where's the right one? Hold on, bear with me. These Word documents are a little bit weird. So let's see. All right, let's go in this way and see what I can find. Okay, so first of all, this is actually the email, the form email that goes out, which, by the way, it's with links. Links like introducing myself, links like how to get more customers. These are my YouTubes, by the way, not boring Avon. I love you, Avon, if you want. I love you, but some of your videos is boring and nobody wants to watch it, okay? So mine are not boring, obviously, because I make fun of myself all the time. So this is how to get customers. How do you get paid by Avon? This is Carla Lytle's a bronze executive in Avon. This is her video. I believe in if there's something out there and it gets the message across, use that video and do it. Because she didn't redo the video, there's one little mistake because Avon made a change in policy. I note this here. This talks about starting their own Avon business, that we have the Avon U tab, what this is for. It goes on this too. You're going to see many different things that are repeated, so they cannot miss it if they truly want it. How to join Team Onward, how to get on Onward no matter what. I kind of explain both groups so they know what they're in for. I introduce them to my YouTube videos, the team conference call that we have every other Friday night, and also how to get on the replay and that there's live streaming. I also tell them that there are attachments and what the attachments are, like the daily skincare bundle, that it's a 6-piece head-to-toe bundle. I let them know, look, I get paid to help you, so obviously I want you to be successful, and this is how you can reach me. I also assured them that, you know, it's a good idea to ask for payment up front from your customers. These are the PSs, and these are, if you want to see these, you can see them. A lot of you, because you were in my first gen, you got this stuff, except the information may have been a little different because it was different back then. I also alert them to there is 11 attachments to this email. So how badly do you really want to learn about the business? Do you want to look at them? This is the email. Okay, hold on one second here. We are going to save this and we're going to jump out of this. That's okay. We're going to stop the screen sharing for a moment, and then we are going to go to this next one, hopefully. So hold on, guys. Done it. Screen share. Okay, this is the form letter, and I just redid this because I am really rep-festing the crap out of why you should be a rep-fest. So what I did is took a lot of the stuff that Avon recently just gave us to share, which I did believe I shared in the group. These are things like Join the Fun, Rep-Fest, it's Rascal Flats is going to be there, the swag bag, register by the 31st, and then it's only $119. And this basically says, hello, welcome to their team, or Avon and our team. Hopefully you've received it. If you haven't, blah, blah, blah. When you receive it, call me or the person who you signed up with. We'd love to schedule a time to get together with you, answer any questions. Opening the door for them is what we call it. Included the information that I think will help you get started. And this is the cover. So this is the cover letter that goes over this next part. And I'm hoping this is going to come up. Is this going to come up? Is this the one? That is not it. I cannot figure out why this other one does not want to come up. This is the most important one, and I can't get it. Can you all see this page right here? Are you seeing this? Somebody shake their head. Sharon, can you see this? Yeah? Yeah. Lee, you can see it? Okay, it says, congratulations on your new Avon business. No, Sharon can't see it. Anybody else can't see it? Lee, you can see it, Lee?
I think joined the rep.
No. It's the wrong one. This is a new one. Hold on. I'm trying to get this to come up. I really do not know why this one won't come up. But we are going to check this out. This is the most important one. I really want you to see this. So let me see if I can figure this out here. How about now, Sharon? Has that changed for you? No. Okay, I'm going to stop the share. Hold on. And I'm going to see if I can't bring this up again. Let me find it. Okay. Sharon, how about now, baby? Can you see that? Is it going to give it this? Okay, good. Thank you, baby. Okay, so this is the most important page. By the way, this goes right underneath the Welcome to Avon, where it's welcome to our team. This is your Avon welcome packet. Welcome to Team Onward. Congratulations on your new Avon business. Gives them their account number, their district number. Next order, this one, of course, was just done recently because I'm already on the campaign 9s, where we know everybody's going to be on flex schedule in campaign 9. This is one of the reasons I'm choosing to do this. It's not as difficult as it used to be for me when I was dealing with 10 RPSs, having to get them right for everybody. So this is going to be easier to do. You'll see next order starting campaign 9, you'll be on the flex schedule. It gives them the date. Along with this, they are getting a copy of the flex schedule by email and by snail mail. It is highlighted when they're supposed to start. It also has a message at the top, on the very top, a label that goes on the flex ordering that says, the best way to ensure orders every campaign is to pick one date so that your customers will get used to the repetitive date. It explains that to them. Let me see here if I can quite possibly bring this up. I got this right here. I can read it to you because it's a label that goes up. Okay, this label says, pick one day in the 2-week period to place your customer orders each campaign. Stick with that date to ease customer confusion as to when orders are due. Orders placed on the last day of the 2-week period must be placed before 12 noon. Call or text myself or your upline if help is needed, okay? So it's very to the point of, just like we like that one day right now, we need them to pick a date to ensure that their customers know when their order is going in. Then it says register online. Very quickly, it just gives them an example. We hope that by the time they get there, because as soon they sign up, they ask them to go ahead and register then. We hope that 98% of them, I find, are already registered. But for the couple who aren't, maybe because they had to pay a bill off that was in collections, whatever it may be, this will kind of help them through it. Here we're talking about training. I'm not going to lie to you. I've told you guys how I feel about Avon training. There is some information in there that's good for them, but I don't really feel like, except for the few new rep courses, that it's something that's really going to click their business into place. So I feel like that's going to have to come from us. How can you earn? This talks about the Kickstart, 40% commission for first 7 campaigns if you meet the sales required amount. Then it talks about here what you're going to make if you do not meet it. So you know how they're like, wait a minute, I didn't make a 40%. If they go back and look at this, hey, if you don't meet those requirements, this is what you're going to be making on this, okay? Earn 20% on all fashion and home. Placing your orders, this is going to be now in campaign 9. This will be fixed. This will not be any longer by midnight. The point is, except for the last day of the flex scheduling now, they can place an order anytime they want to. What we need to ensure as leaders, if they wait till the end of the week, they're going to wait longer for their order. So we kind of need to ensure that they know that, because we know they don't process any orders over the weekend. Keep your store open at all time with your brochures. You're going to look through this, and it is talking about that it's cheaper the more that you buy. I give them a sheet, which is not on here because I copy it, that gives them a breakdown all the way to 100 brochures, what the price is, what it breaks down per brochure, and that the more they buy, the cheaper they are, but it really breaks down the price so they can see what they're doing with their investment. We talk about shipping. As all of this changes, it will be changed on here too, but it talks about how it's done according to how much their order is. How they can back order. You know how they don't know that they can back order, or they don't understand the what's new? There is an explanation here about the R, about the PRP that's beside it. If you find somebody who reads this, believe me, they're going to know exactly what they're doing. I have been using this now for probably about 4 years, and it's worked. Then you know how they ask about the bags. What should they do? The sales bags. It's here. It's the item number. It's how many they get for whatever. Not to mention, if they're getting the email and opening it, there is an attachment on there that not just tells them this, but it shows them a picture of the items, the popcorn bags, the regular nice bags, all that's on here. The fact that the order books are free and it has the item number. All the support numbers, which we should be training them to call and to help themselves anyways, that it's great to call us. Let me give you a helpful hint. Somebody call you on your team? Give them 15 minutes before you call them back. Give them 30 before you call them back. Because 9 times out of 10, they're going to try to find the answer, and now they don't have a reason not to have the answer, because if they've gotten this or my emails and they've opened up anything, they have the answer for everything they need right here, okay? It's good to help them. We don't want to enable them. Team, again, here we go again. We've got the team Facebook group. We've got the Onward group, all the information that you saw on the other one. The fact that we provide live Zooms if they want to be a part of it, that kind of stuff. So that is on there. Okay, let me stop the share here again for a minute. Let me take a look of what else is it here that okay, here's the other thing that I'm including, and I really battled with myself on did I want to include this? Did I want to include this in the snail mail too? Because I knew it was going to be, I'm going to be honest, because I knew it's going to be more postage for me. I said it's all about the money, okay? But I decided it was probably important. So this is, can you see this? New representatives, okay. This is Onward with Molly and New Avon. This is every smart and dumb question that anybody could ever ask, and the answers are here. Where do I get my Avon brochures? How do I know when my order is due? How do I receive payments? Again, it's covering the commission that they get in their hands. It's covering email, e-store orders. It's covering leadership, how we are encouraging them to do direct deposit on stuff so that we don't have to go through this. This is all here. Again, how to pay Avon with the link, shipping fees here, what they're going to be making, how do I pay for my Avon order? I received a campaign credit limit. What now? So it's answering these questions that you feel like, God, if I just had the right words, this would be really great if I had it. What does it mean if I didn't get a credit limit? That's on there because they're going to say, I don't have any credit. Can they get credit? That kind of thing. Is there a second chance to get credit? We're giving them hope here. We're letting them know if they put in an order every campaign, if they're consistent with paying their bill, that yes, every 6 months they are revisiting this and they could get credit. We're not guaranteeing it. It's on here. What happens if I want to upgrade my starter kit? I get hit with this so much. I got the $25 one. I really wished I had gotten the $100 ones. Once you get your kit, you get your kit, but it explains all this. So what I'm hoping some of this is going to do is it's going to cut down on a lot of the questions that you have to answer all the time. By the way, when they open this by email, you see the things like Avon Social on here, the tab, they're all linked on the email. Obviously not in writing, they're going to have to look it up. But all of this stuff is down there for them to help them do these major little questions. And I feel like Avon doesn't make it real easy to get the answers, but what I'm hoping is that this is gonna help them figure out exactly what this is. So they're getting that. They're the major things that they're getting. Now, let me see if I can show you. Let me see if I can show you what else. Can you see that, Sharon? No. Okay, hold on. We're gonna have to do what we did before. Hold on, stop the share. Let's start this again and see if I can find it. Sharon, do you see that? Okay, okay. Avon eStore today. This is labeled, there's 2 ways to earn with Avon. This talks about selling personally. This talks about their eStore. This talks about how easy it is to set it up, how easy it is to promote, to invite everybody, all of that stuff. They are getting all of that. I mean, I'm telling you, if they got questions, it's going to surprise me when we get done. I just got to say that. Let me show you the next thing. I'm just going to keep doing it like this. You let me know if for some reason, oh, hold on. Let me bring this up a different way. Bump, 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 bump. Okay. Business tools. We want to bring that up. Okay, hold on, guys. I'm going to bring a couple of these up, and then we're going to go. Mail plan, I don't need to do that. They're getting the kickstart. They're getting that. Okay. I'm going to show you this one, and then I'm going to tell you the other stuff so that you are aware. So, okay. Can you see this one, Sharon? Has a picture of the ordering pad. Okay, this is where they're getting this only by email. This is showing them, you know how they always say, I don't know what this looks like. I don't know what this looks like. I don't know what I'm getting. This we've taken and we've captioned the order books with the order numbers, that they're free, English and Spanish. The clear literature bags, how much they cost, this is what they're for. So when we're talking in a video about, oh, this is what we use these bags for, now they've got a visual as to exactly what they're getting. And the bags, whether it be popcorn bags, beauty for a purpose, we got a picture here showing them how much they are, and all they've got to do is go order them. Now again, does this enable them to say they've got to click on these in order to get them? Sure that they do. If they don't open up the attachments that are in like size 24 that says 11 attachments, then they're not going to see it. But what I say on that welcome thing is I am sending you an email with attachments. Please open it. It's from this email address so that they're aware I got something for them, okay? And it's important if you want to be successful. So we're hoping they do. The other things I'm not going to share because you know what they look like. The daily care bundle, that's on there. Right now we have the pinning streak goes on where through 13 that if they do the first 3 levels, the any order, the 150 and the 200, they'll get the Avon pin. That's on there because that's an incentive for them. So I've done that also. The other thing that's on there, let me see here if I'm missing anything. Let me take a look in this folder again. They also get the flex schedule. They get, oh, this might be something you want to see. I don't know if you guys have seen this. Let's see here. Okay, bear with me here, guys. Okay, let me share this again and see if I can bring this up. This is another thing that's being shared with them by email, not by mail. Avon's Guide to Earning Enhancements. Things like selling, recruiting, build a team, advance in rank. You will see here that it kind of simplifies the whole Kickstart program and what they have to do. The earnings level, what they have to do. Recruiting, what are we talking about and what money can they earn? And now they've included the advanced leadership program in here, which is really good. So again, some of this stuff doesn't take this. What they need to look at first is, hey, guess what? You bring somebody on, you start earning immediately. 3% is what you're earning when you do this. They just have to have a personal order of $50 or more in order to do that. And we hope that when people get in leadership, they do. So they're earning absolutely, plus they're earning the recruiting bonuses. So I wanted to share that because that's something that I'm not printing off. They can find that on youravon.com. The other thing would be placing your first order. Is this something that you all need to see? I don't. Okay, let me show you this. You may like. Oh, you may like this. I guess I need to show you this one. Okay, share screen. Hold on. Let me find it. Dun, dun. Uh-oh. Where'd it go? Why is it? What'd you say, Lee? I am excited because I see some of this stuff and I'm like, oh yeah. Okay, hold on. I got to, it didn't come up the way it should have. Hold on. It should have come up like, I think I went out of it. Okay, it's under PDF. That's what it is. Okay, let's see. Let me see if I can, placing your first order. Share screen, place your first order. Let's see if they can see that. Okay, can you see this, Sharon? Okay, look at this. This is just called placing your first order, but I like this. Even though we've had some improvements since then, tips and suggestions. Here you can see when your order is due. So although we know they're not RPSs, it's telling them where to look for their dates of what they have to send it in. Here it says log in with your account and password, click on my orders. It talks about where to put the customer name. It talks about regular shipment. Now see, some of this is going to be gone because it's just going to be shipped. if they do it. But what's weird is, I think, is that you're looking at this and now they know where to look. It's giving them a visual of where to look for stuff. Here it talks about descriptions, a little magnifying glass, what that does. So I have been including this because I thought, you know what? Sometimes the ordering form look really simple to us and it doesn't look so simple to them. So although we're going over this in new rep training, for those who don't make it, the great thing is they'll be able to look at this and probably make heads or tails of it. Okay. All right. So besides that, I think that's it. I think this is, yeah, shipping, the penning, the new rep thing. So that is basically what they're going to be getting. I mean, my deal to you, do you think this is going to help you? If you don't have to worry about that and you know I'm sending it out, we've got email covered, we got text covered, we got snail mail covered. If their address is right, they're going to get this stuff in their packet, and I don't believe there's any such thing as too much information. So I feel like if all your people are getting this, and look, I can't wait till we have the worries of worrying about what's in our 6th or 7th gen. We ain't got that worry right now, but I'm excited about that happening, and I think it's going to. But if Lee and I can take care of this part for you guys, and we can take care of new rep training for you guys, and we can get people from your team on here getting interested about leadership, because we having such a great time making fun of Mama Molly while we at it. If we can do that, then we can have something that, can I declare, not a lot of teams have this. They don't. It's like, it's boring. It's not fun. You're going, what the heck did I just give an hour of my life away for? You know, that's how you feel sometimes. Yes, Amy, I love it too. Thank you for adding that. I just feel like this is my year to give back to you. I'm training you how to do this, but I remember what it was like to struggle and have to do this and think, where am I going to find the time? I really don't have the money to do that. I know it's only $1.63, $2 a pack. And like doing the things like the raffles for the bundles, if they show up, if they'll show up, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, because when they get what they're going to say, somebody's invested in me because I showed up. And that's what I want. So as long as this is helping you, and I don't care if you think it is or not right now, I'm going to do it till the end of the year, and then we're going to see how much our team's grown. Ha! That's all good. Oh, Sharon says, I was using the packet you sent me a year ago. It's real drain to find the time and money to put the packet together. So thanks so much. Sharon, you're welcome. And you know what I say? Since I can be the chief kahuna here and I can make more money, why not? Why not do it for everybody? And this is how you know I've done it, so that you know how I'm on you all the time about the notes section. As soon as I've done this, you're going to see it's one brief statement. I've got to where I copy and paste now. It says, welcome packet, mailed, emailed, and shuffled. You know, now the only way they don't get the shuffle is if the number they provided in their account is their landline. If it's their landline and I don't have a cell, they're not going to get that shuffle. But who cares? If they're going to check their email or check their mailbox, unless they're like me in the beginning and I hated checking my mailbox, then they may not. But the point is, and on the outside of the envelope, it's really cool because it talks about that, yes, we're from Avon, but there's a big sticker that says, welcome to Team Onward. We're so excited to have you. And even the stamp has got the Avon lipsticks on it that say Avon with the stamp amount that's on it, because it's fun all the way through. I'm also, I forgot to tell you, I had a bunch of pens donated to me from Campaign Mailer. So they're getting an ink pen in each one that has the Campaign Mailer information on it. So if they got people far away who want a brochure, we are giving it to them. Thank you very much. So I'm excited about that because we're giving them away. What we're doing is we're taking away every excuse. See, Lisa Rogers is on this call, 2 calls in a row, and I'm taking away every excuse Lisa Rogers ever had to get started in leadership. That's what we're doing. So that's very, very exciting to me. Because see, 2 years from now, Lisa Rogers is going to go, I can't believe I didn't get started in this earlier. I could have been making all this money a long time ago. So that's what we're hoping for your team. So think about the new stuff. we're going to invite everybody on your team to the leadership meetings. If they want to be a part, they can. Anybody who wants any type of training, I'm moving away from it saying new rep, and it's going to be new rep and refresher is what it's going to be. We're inviting everybody to be a part. Let's grab something. And then, you know, with what we're doing one-on-one with so many of you with Zooms who are wanting that, I feel like we're pressing onward to goals, and we're getting it done. And Lee is going to come on now, because I have to tell you, he wants as a leader, I asked him to share with you all tonight what you need to look at increasing. Brenda, you and I are going to talk about this later, like one-on-one. I got a chance to talk to Janae about it on her one-on-one. Julie, we're gonna be going over that with you. Amy, I'm even going to be reaching out to you, Amy, very soon, because we're going to get you riding that horse, but you're going to be riding it every day when I get done with you, Amy. Just so you know. So be prepared. Just saying.
Okay.
Oh, she says, okay. I'm scared to tell her no, but okay. So we're going to do what we got to do. This is an exciting year for us. People are going to say, where the heck did this team come from? What happened? I mean, we knew they was good. We just didn't know they was that good. So we're about to show them how good we really are. But what he's going to go over with you is things like, when you're looking at vibe, what should you be looking to increase, and what doesn't really make a difference about what's there, because he is definitely the king of numbers here. And what we're seeing is this. I need you to know the things that he is going to show you now in the next few minutes are things that I have watched for the last 3 campaigns grow as a whole team. And I have to tell you, I am so excited to see what we're seeing. And I know I always say slow, steady, consistent, because we have been practicing this since the end of December. I am starting to see the wheels turn on everybody's team. And I am just so over the top excited about this. So I love this. So Lee, I'm going to mute myself, honey, and then you go ahead and take over and show them. And I'm going to put the screens up, Lee. So you just tell me what you want to look at. Yeah.
You muted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want you to just bring up the front page and then hit the see more so that we can show them average activity, things like that.
Okay.
Sorry, my slide keeper is running slow. She's looking at me nasty.
I'm not looking at you nasty.
So, can y'all hear me? Somebody say something? Did I come off mute?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, that works.
Okay.
What I always pay attention to is the average order and the activity rate.
Hold on.
And the reason is because you need to know if your team is making money. And if you have a really low average order, like $120 or something, you got to start looking at your sales reports to figure out who's placing low orders.
Lee, can you see this? Can they see this?
I can see it, but
Okay,
I don't know if they can. I need you to hit see more.
See more? Sure.
Can you hit Control Plus and make it a little bigger? There we go. All right. Can you hit?
Again? Okay.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Is that good?
Can you click a Control Plus one more time?
One more time. One more time.
It's going to take that once. It's not making it bigger.
Hold on.
Lee, are you looking at a phone?
No, I'm looking at my iPad, honey, but I'm still blind as a bat.
Oh, well, because I can pinch out and I can make it as big as I need. So that's why I was asking.
Okay.
For
Okay, I want to make sure y'all can see it. Because the reason is what I'm going to show you is when you look down here, it actually, and I'm the reason this is in here because I would not get off of this. You need to see the average order. Well, it is actually on Bob right there showing where it's at, Molly.
Right here, guys.
With a cursor, there's an average order and then an
right
activity rate. The activity rate keeps growing as the campaign goes on. So it's going to start out at 0% or 1% and keep growing at the end of the campaign. But the fun part is if you have an average order of $150, then you only need 10 people to get $1,500. If you're placing 500 yourself, you're at the 2,000 for silver ambassador. This becomes a really simple math problem to figure out how many more orders you need. You need less orders if you get bigger orders. The people are going to stay if you actually get them making money. our average order is starting to come back up because of Maui re-engaging. But I like to see a team average order of like 170, 180. Because then I know my reps by and large are making money, and then they're not going to walk away so easily. The activity rate, the smaller your team, the better it should be. But the bigger your team, the harder it is to keep it in that 80% range. It's one of these real weird mathematical equations where the bigger your team, the less activity you have. It's just really crazy within the direct sales thing. But I've talked to quite a few industry leaders, and they say it doesn't matter which company you're with, it all happens that way. But for the most part, if you look at your average order in your closed campaign comparison, can you slide down, Molly? In your closed campaign, you'll see you have how many orders you had on your team in that campaign. Just take your average order, add $20 to it. So if it was $150, add it to $170, and then multiply it by the number of orders you had. And look at the size of what your campaign could have been versus what it was. And then you're going to see the amount of money you might be missing. Plus, you might be missing team members because they're placing $38 orders and you're not even paying attention to realize that you need to call them and figure out why they're not executing sales. And I think I just made Molly pass out.
Yeah.
Mo? Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Make sure you didn't pass out on me. Everybody's looking kind of glazed over. So does anybody have a question? Because I'm kind of Buellering the crap out of this, and I know y'all are bored. So does anybody have a question about it or want to know something? Brenda, somebody? Save
Well,
me.
I just know up where you were looking at for right now and you saw the more and you were seeing this campaign, you can click on that and see your closed. And that gives me a more definite answer because that actually has it, your average order and your one for the one that just closed. And then that way it's not changing on us and we can see what that one is. I have found that and I do look at it.
It's also in the closed campaign comparison down below as well. Okay. So, but when you just take that number, add $20 to it, and then multiply it by the number of orders you had, and you'll be stunned. Teresa, Paul, and I play that game all the time because we just kind of want to hurt ourselves, I think. And then start running the math backward to figure out how. Because when we were talking about the new pay plan at Bronze Leader, if all 8,000 of it's in your first generation, you're going to make a minimum of $348 every campaign if everybody pays. So that's an extra $700 a month. Now you've got somebody attention because at the end of the day, they can't go to McDonald's and make $700 a month working part-time because they already have another job. So it becomes a kind of a fun little thing to work with, but I'm kind of covered everything, I think, Mo. So is that everything you want me to cover?
Yeah, I think so, honey. I think that works perfectly.
Okay. Yes. Now you can wake everybody.
Okay. Now what I think, guys, what I love about this, Lee looks at these and he can look at these numbers and not be attached. See, I look at what we're doing, but this is what I like. Now you see here, this was last campaign. Last campaign, we had an average order of almost $150. That's, the entire team together. But current campaign, look at this. We're not even closed out. Do you see what I'm saying by slow, steady, consistent? I don't expect to jump this $20, $25 at a time. I don't. But to see us moving up a few dollars at a time tells me that orders somewhere are growing. What you have to see is, where are they? The other thing that I would say as a whole, talking to you guys, would be this. When you're going through and you're looking for people, I always look and I want to know how many people have been with us, let's say through the Kickstart program, let's say through their 7th campaign. And when you're looking at your people and you're looking at the sales, how many of them are still $100 or less? Because it's one thing for them not to be between the $300 and $400 mark consistently. Unless you have a real go-getter that's all the time, you're not going to find that in the first 7 campaigns. But what you should have been able to see is a slow and steady rising, or at least a bearing off of staying consistent. But their orders should definitely be more than $100. Now, is everybody going to communicate with us when we call and check on them and see if everything's okay? No, they're not. And if they're not griping about what they're not selling or what's not happening, seriously, sometimes you just leave them alone because it's just what they want. Maybe they're a personal shopper. But for me, my first question, once we get over the how you doing, is there something you were going after when you came into this? Were you looking to make money for something? My first question is this going the direction that you want this to go? Is this serving the purpose or starting to? Do you see a path? Do you see a goal that this is going to? And a lot of people are going to go, yeah. But what I want right now, Brenda, I know I didn't tell you I was going to do this, but Brenda called me earlier today and she shared a story with me about one of her representatives and what she has kind of learned. And I try hard as a leader to let so many of you, some lessons, how mamas always say, I'm telling you this because I want to save you from yourself. Don't make the mistakes we made. That people say that, right? But I'm realizing in 14 years of business that sometimes it's the same way. They got to make the mistakes and they got to figure out until it actually affects them. Then they go, oh my gosh, I saw it. And Brenda called me and I kept thinking, wow, this must be serious because I got a one-on-one with her tonight. So she got to and she was planning on leaving me a message thinking I wasn't going to answer. But to me, this was so epic. And Brenda, I'm just going to shut up. Can you just kind of share with everybody the story you shared with me earlier?
I just wanted to call and say thank you, Molly, for being the mentor that you are. And I cried on the phone call, and I'll probably cry when I'm talking to you right now because the purpose in joining, whenever I first joined, one of the things that I thought was, I was young and dumb. I wasn't young, was I? Anyway, let's just leave the young off, right? I thought that my perspective was the only perspective. So the way I saw something was, this is what you need to do, and you need to do it, and you need to go out there and do it, and you need to do this all now. And one of the things that Mama Molly teaches us is we're all different, and we all do at our own pace. But as long as we're being consistent and we're sharing the information, even though someone may not be wanting it right then, we don't shove it down their throat, but we still are available and we still give it. In their time, they get it. And today, I was talking to one of my team members, and when she first joined, she's elderly. She had and this was 2 years ago. She's been in Avon with me 2 years. She had a flip phone that the space button didn't even work. So for her to text, she had to put a dot for a period for a space so that when you got something, it was Brenda dot, Can dot. And that's how she texted. And all she was wanting to do was have some gas money. And so I went, I helped her, I showed her, I did everything, and she was letting me know, I'm only just going to sell to where I'm going. I'm only going to sell. I work at a truck stop. I go to senior citizens, and we play bingo, and I do square dancing. And I'm just going to sell to that, and I'm going to make some gas money. And one day I even took over a flyer that we had gotten. You know, sometimes we get the little flyers with sales in our borders, and I took her some extra of those flyers and was showing her about slippers on sale. And she even looked at me and said, "Who's going to buy slippers?" And I was like, "Hey, we sell lots of slippers." So she showed them, and she said, "I sold 4 pair today." And she allowed herself to listen. And then she went to texting me one day, and it was probably about middle June, and there was no period in her texting. And I asked her, and she got her an iPhone. And she went to, I no longer don't need to let people know I sell Avon too. I need something on my car, and put it on her car. And she'd let me know, though, I don't need to recruit nobody. I just need to sell. That's all I need to do is sell. And she made PC her first year. I think she's 76 years old. And she made top new representative in her district. And now she's been in 2 years. And today when I'm talking to her, she goes, "I just need recruits." And I just about fell on the floor, because it's not that when we all think, oh, from the very beginning, we all need to recruit and we all need to be in leadership and we want you to have everything that you can have in Avon. But we have to always remember, as Mama Molly has taught us, we have to present, make it available, and each of us will work to it in our own time. And I just had to call her and thank her, because her mentoring really helps us.
That was awesome. I got so excited because it reminded me of, Marianne, no, I don't want to be in leadership. What you talking about? I'm a good seller. Leave me alone. This is all I want to do. And then, you know what? Yeah, it's true. She said the magic number, but there's a $500 bonus involved. Okay, I'll see what I can do with that. And she was a lot more help than I probably should have gotten with that. I wanted the money, but I truly wasn't sold into what leadership could do at that point. And but when I caught the bug, it still ain't let go of me. And I have had people who have been with me for years, and something's changed. And now they're both feet in the business. They are growing a team. They are growing their sales. They never made PC before. For some reason, this is their year, and they seem to be faithful. It's not about getting everybody on your team to do everything you're doing. It's about making sure that you continue to bring people in, and just a small percentage will do what you're doing. But eventually, part of the percentage that's not, something's going to happen, and in their time, not our time, in their time, it will show itself. Somebody who was in your 80% that you don't work with all the time will suddenly shift to your 20% that you work with all the time. And you'll be in your mind going, oh my gosh, if they had just done this 2 years ago, kid. But the point is, they wouldn't have been that great 2 years ago because they weren't sold. They didn't have that need. They didn't have the want to. So this isn't just me saying recruit, 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 recruit everybody, because I got to be honest with you. I don't want just anybody on our team. I have been through those years of Avon where it was recruit, recruit, recruit. We don't care if they're growing a tail because they got too much hair. Just recruit them because we need recruits. Please, if they bark, it's okay. We can teach them how to say roof. It's okay. Just, no, I don't want those people on my team. I don't. If you bring them, I can't do nothing about it, okay? But they're not my top 8. They're not my top 20%. That's the truth. I want people who have a need or really want to be an entrepreneur, somebody who wants to better themselves, somebody who wants to better other people's lives, somebody who wants to make a difference, somebody who needs to grow, somebody who needs confidence. And this is the way I want our team to be, the team that it's about other people and it's not just about us. It has got to be about other people. We've got to offer them something that will make their life. And believe it or not, it's not always money. I know we think it's the end all, and it helps. Believe me, the money helps. But how this company, if you are letting them grow, how it will change their lives. I'm not just living proof. I'm looking at living proof right here. I am looking at Brenda Lloyd, who she just knew she wanted to. She didn't know how she was going to. And I'm looking at Sharon, who came on my team through somebody else who is, by the way, she's a great lady, but she's in the 80% because she just sell a little Avon. It's okay. But she knew how to turn somebody on to the opportunity if they wanted it. But Sharon came on and she kind of took this thing at her own speed. It wasn't about getting a whole bunch of nothing. She had been here, just not with Avon before, and she had to figure out what she wanted. And then all of a sudden, she has found her footing. And I watch her with her team. I'll never forget going into the movies to see the Avon Rep Fest thing. And here she shows up with a bundle, a car full of people. And I just wanted to act like I knew what I was doing. And it was all good. And I just wanted to scream and hug them all because I'm like, look at all the people she got with her. I'm so excited. I can't stand it. I just wanted to be that person, but I didn't want to embarrass her, so I didn't do that. So, but I'm just looking at this. I'm looking at Lisa Rogers. This is your first even sit in for a leadership. And to me, whether you jump into leadership or whether you decide you want to make PC today, 3 months from now, a year from now, when you're ready, you're going to jump. But until you're ready to jump, I love the fact that you just want to be part of it until something just nails you in the heart, in the head, and you're just like, I'm just not waiting any longer. I'm going to get this done. That's amazing. I've watched Janae, who freaking knew the right way to do everything, and the thing she knew to do the most was complain. She could complain to me about everything, and I would say, what you gonna do about it? And her reaction was almost like, what you gonna do about it? And I'm like, and I mean, from Layla being a little one like Zoe, and I have watched her grow into this person that nothing will stop her goals. I keep saying, did Jessie hit you in the head? What happened? Because you are like zoomed in. She knows she doesn't want to work another job. She knows she wants this to pay over and above what she has. She wants to be home with her kids. Oh my gosh, I got Brenda who she want to live in Florida. That's what I know. Brenda want to go to Florida, but she knows she got to get to where she needs to get in order to get to Florida. And I got to tell you, I believe she going to get it done. It's amazing to me. I am watching people. Lupe, not sure what she want to do. I know she love Avon. I know jewelry and everything look beautiful on her. She amazing new representative. What I watch is she doesn't miss a Zoom. And she doesn't walk away without grabbing something that will help her business. And now she recruiting. And she getting in on it and she getting it done. I'm like, are you kidding? I got Tina Shelton who stay quiet. She like, I taking it all in. It's all good. I love my Molly, but she gonna take it all in. And then I'm watching her title and I'm like, holy mother of God, what is happening here? People are titling. I don't even know it's happening, and it's happening. And I'm watching these things happen to people that I'm going, there has been no mad push. There has been no overpowering. There has been no get it done or you're a failure. There has been no, I don't have time for you because you're not making enough money for me. No, I've watched our tribe grow stronger and mature as it's supposed to be. And we're not done. And our team, even though they may not respond to us, they're watching us. Be clear. They're watching what we're doing. What I want to say is I'd like to see more people in our Team Onward group. I don't care if you go into the crazy Onward group. I know it's mine. It's just a crazy group, okay? It's crazy. It got 17,000 crazy people in it, minus the 300 or something that's on my team. I got to tell you, I love that group. I love the people in there. They're my other adopted family, but I tell you, they crazy. Whiners and complainers, a lot of them in that group. I'm trying to change that mindset. That's where I get my gray hair. It's all good. But we have to get them involved with stuff like this. That's why I do the YouTubes. Yeah, it is a pain in my butt. It is. Making everything into a YouTube, sending it out in these emails. I keep thinking, Jesus, take the wheel. Is this going to make any difference? And then suddenly, I've got leaders who are bigger than us, bigger than our team, who are telling me they keep 3 new representatives on a call with them. Are you kidding me? And I'm looking at who shows up here. No. We've got something special. When we say we're Avon family, it's truly who we are. It's truly our path. The goals are all different, and that's what I love. The goals are all different, and when we all share what we're accomplishing, it is magic. It is absolute magic. That's what we have going on right now. So the difference is our magic does not show itself unless we're working the magic. So we have to stay consistent. My promise to you is that from 8 going forward, you'll never have to worry about a representative not having enough information to go forth and run their business no matter what, because they're going to get everything they need from me. There will be Zoom calls here if they want to take part in them. We can't make them. I'm not going to guilt them. You come here because you want to be here or don't. You can be successful and never take part in any training I ever do. This is not about what I'm giving you. This is all about what you put into these things, what you put into your business. Are you setting goals? And by the way, are you exceeding your goals every single campaign? Because as a leader, if you want to make more money, I think you need to have a goal. Are you saying, I want to sign up 2 new people this campaign. I want to increase my personal sales by $100 this campaign. I want to do this, and I think you need to put it somewhere, and you need to revisit that goal every single day of the campaign. Because if you're not looking at it, you're going to forget you even made that goal. It's that simple. Don't staple it. Tape it to your head. Don't staple it. Staple it, they're painful. Just saying. But you need to be, look, any more of my goals, they're in my car. I've got little Post-its. I'm going to have to take a picture of them. Post-its up there. What is it that I want to do? How many people do I want to talk with on my team? What do I want to do? What have I not done in the last 2 campaigns I want to do for my customers? What do I want to do? What do I have to do? What do I know? I know what it takes, but knowing what it takes doesn't get it done. It's doing what it takes. So our team will be successful either way. It will be, because we have too many winners on our team. It's nice to have that kind of problem, just saying. But what I want to see is I talked about comfort zones in the new rep training. Many of you were on there. But as a leader, you also have to worry about your comfort zones. You have to worry about what are you doing outside of what you normally do. If you want to get to that next leader level, especially right now with double the bonuses and everything else, if you won't get there, what actions have you written down that you're going to do to get there? That may mean instead of if you talk to 5 people a week, you may have to say, I need to talk to 15 people a week. I may need to revisit some old leads. Okay, Guadalupe, hold on. I'm just seeing that you got something coming up here. It's cool. Been thinking if I've been being able to help recruit teenagers coming out of high school that say they're still not ready for college. Let me tell you something, Lupe, you could not be more clear. Do you know how many kids sadly are not going to college? I'm not going to put them down because you know what? I tried it and it wasn't for me. Can I be honest? I was a college kid and I knew I wouldn't. It wasn't for me. And thankfully I can do this, but do you know what girl is not into makeup? There are very few who aren't into makeup, but now we're going after that younger generation. You want to know where the money's at? finding somebody who would love to call themselves an entrepreneur. Of course, in this day and age, they got to know what that word means. Let's be clear. Entrepreneur, they have to know what that means. But you know what? Sometimes they just want somebody who believes in them enough to show them exactly what the definition of that means. I'm not going to lie, when they're freshly coming out of high school, sometimes that's a whole lot of bad debt coming out. But this is what I believe. You can't find your good ones until you go through a lot of big ones. It's much like that Prince and kissing frogs. It's much like that. You just got to kiss a bunch of, people who may go into bad debt. But what I like now is most young people don't have established credit or anything, so they're not going to get credit up front anyways, so they're going to have to collect the money for the bill and everything else up there. I say leave no stone unturned. Now, Lupe, you may have a really good thing on that too, that, to be quite honest, I'm a little bit older than you, Lupe, just a little bit older than you. And you're going to have the opening to that door, which somebody may be looking at me and saying, well, yeah, but I like it. But if you're showing them the fun that you're having, and you're showing them what you're doing, and you're showing that, you know what, do you want to go to McDonald's and work amongst the grease and this and that? Or do you want to go take your friends and they can take their allowances and everything else and buy the makeup at a great price with great quality? Girl, you could get it done. So I say you'll never know how that's going to work until you work it. So I encourage you to go tap on that. If they're 18, go ahead and do it. If you find one good person out of 5, that could be a PC member for you on your team. So it's worth it. It's worth it. So does anybody else have anything they want to share? We've had a long night here, so I don't want to keep you guys on here. You guys are troopers to get on here the way you do on Mondays with being our leaders.
I just wanted to share that we're 90% away.
What'd you say, Janae?
We're 98% away. I just felt I needed to tell you that.
98% away?
Let me tell you though, because 3 of the people that have placed orders, you remember when I was talking all that crap about, I got all these nested people and they haven't placed orders the entire time they started? Well, coincidentally, they must be hearing something because they all placed orders. Like,
hey,
most did. So I was like, apparently they don't want to quit yet.
You know what? That's good. And sometimes that's what it takes. So you know what? And if we could get them involved with anything, or go, wow, I so good to see you place an order, or I think there's conversations all around you can have with people like that if they pick up on it. If they don't, Janae, let them do their own thing. You're learning that, especially with nested representatives. But the thing is, always have your door open. Always have your door open to anybody, even if somebody doesn't know about the opportunity and stuff.
I take it back. We're 100%.
You're 100%? Woo! Oh my gosh, that's so great. Good.
Oh my gosh. Y'all don't understand. I was like at risk. I was about to lose my title. So this means a lot.
Yeah, she was sweating and blowing.
God, I've been pushing this so much.
I sent her Cheetos so she could eat them with her husband in case she had to cry in her beer. Oh my God. That is great. That's
awesome. Yeah, we exceeded it by $110. So that's
hey, wonderful. You know what? You could have told me $1. You could have told me 25.
Right?
I'd be happy. You made it. It's all good. It's all good.
That's awesome.
That's terrific. You are all getting it done. I hope for those who joined and you are not directly in leadership yet, you know what? When you need to dip that toe in the water, you will. I will tell you, you won't dip it in the water until you talk about what you do. I know that the thing that makes people want to come and be a part of this company is because they want to know what you're doing. They want to know how you're doing in the business. And if you have something to share with them, that's even more fabulous. So if you're like, I started, my orders were this, but you know what? My orders are $300 or $400. I'm walking away with $180, $150 every 2 weeks extra for putting a couple of hours work into your sales business. Who the heck wouldn't want to do that? That's like amazing, amazing. So I just want you to know that when you look for a reason to do better than you're doing, realize your next person may be watching your story as it unfolds. And think about the people who are coming on the call tonight who they're not in leadership, but they're here to see. The point is, all of you aren't top leaders. Most of you are leaders that are still building to go to the top. You are what makes it look possible. Yeah, they love my story, but you know what kills my story? Sometimes all they hear is 13 years. But what they don't realize is where I got in the first 5 to 6 years. It's about what satisfies the need. You all are obviously in this satisfying your needs. And then you're like, no, hold up. I got bigger needs. Now that I've done this, I got a new goal. Forget the refrigerator. I want one of the big compact things to go into my garage too, because I'm going to have parties with it. That's what I'm going to do. Or forget getting the Corolla. I'm going to step up and get the Avalon. You know, I mean, there's all kinds of things that you can do with this. So they're watching you. They want to know what you're doing. Don't forget to share your stories. Share your stories and what you're excited about. Share the stories of the people who are on your team, who are making it happen. But when you share the stories about it happening, share how they are making it happen, because they think, oh, that person's just luck. I have never worked so hard to be lucky in my life, okay? Can I be honest? I have worked hard for this lucky moment. So we have to let them know what it takes. But if you find some people who aren't scared to work, who aren't scared of sharing, who absolutely love what they're doing, it can be the best experience of their life. So, you know, that's what I leave you with. Like I said, no going forth. We're doing everything we can to help you on the end of saying, let us take care of some of this legwork for you. Let us take care of the calls and stuff. Keep going out there and sharing. Keep loving what you do and keep sharing what you love. And you're going to be absolutely fine, especially through the hard times, okay? So if there's nothing else, I'm going to let you go get some sleep, because Sharon, you yawn one more time, I'm going to put, girl, I'm like this. I'm feeling her pain, but I'm not allowed to yawn. So I'm just going to sit here. So when I'm yawning, I'm doing this below the camera. It's all good. It is so wonderful. I appreciate you guys. We love you so much. We do. You are the heart and soul of our team. Staying up this late with us, especially you East Coasters who are with me. Everybody else, I don't feel sorry for you, but the East Coasters, I feel sorry for you. It's all good. We will see you in a month on this call next week with the newbies. Leaders, again, I say I appreciate you trying to be on every new rep call. Don't feel like you got to do that. You can always watch the replays, but keep telling your team to be on them, and hopefully it's going to bring great results for us. Okay? All right. See you guys later. Have a great evening.
Thank you. Good night.